Welcome back to Prehistoric Island, Reborn. Here we see the two Spinosaurs we followed last episode, Nefertiti and Sahara. As they start to emerge from the foliage, it appears that they are going to start their migration back to the north. Nefertiti starts walking, but Sahara stays back one more final time to say goodbye to the place she has called home for many years, before joining her mother. As they begin their travel, they see many things that they have not seen in years. An example of this is a subadult Parasaurolophus. Other than size, Parasaurolophus has no real system of defense, like Ankylosaurus or Triceratops, so it makes it an easy kill for the Spinosauruses. Nefertiti takes advantage of this and attacks. As you can see, it didn't take long for this Parasaurolophus to bleed out due to the large, deadly claws of the Spinosaurus. Now, they have their first legitimate feast in ages. As they travel farther, the sun starts to bear down on them even more, but this is nothing compared to what they have to go through next. A large, deadly desert. It is going to be difficult, but Nefertiti believes it is doable. Although Sahara is nervous, it is only a day's walk to the other side. It isn't as long as other deserts. The reason she's nervous is that she has never been on a journey like this. When they first migrated to the south, this large desert was a lush field of plains. But approximately 10 years ago, a very severe dry season hit and turned this into the wasteland it is today. A few hours in, and Sahara seems to be struggling. She hasn't been anywhere near as many near-death experiences as her mother, but she does remember one fight she got into 25 years ago. Although the desert is the main threat, there are other threats laying around, like pterosaurs. To make matters worse, Sahara collapses from exhaustion and hunger. They might have eaten a few hours ago, but all of that has burned out due to the exercise and the hot climate. This Quetzalcoatlus sees this and takes advantage. This Quetzalcoatlus starts poking Sahara with its beak to check if she is still alive. But before anything, Nefertiti is there. Sahara gets up. They should keep her going for another few hours. That is good, because only a few hours until they get to the north. While it is there, Nefertiti too takes a few bites out of this dead Quetzalcoatlus. She too is feeling exhaustion, but not as much as Sahara, so she feasts up. A few hours later, Nefertiti sees the northern plains on the horizon, and now hope is restored. As they arrive, they are greeted by Cameron's herd. Cameron bellows aggressively. He is still alert after the Utah Raptor Pack attack last episode. But Nefertiti and Sahara do not want anything to do with the ceratopsian herd. It is the least of their concerns right now. Their main goal now is to find a place that they can call home. And Nefertiti sees that this tree right here that provides shade could be their home. It has everything they need: space, cover, and forest for them to hunt. Meanwhile, here we see Slash. He's still extremely disappointed that Drexler took all his comfort and all his confidence away from him in a heartbeat. Now, he has no pack to go to and must scavenge on his own. One corpse seems to be nearby as Slash is picking up a scent. Slash doesn't want to get too close. The owner of the kill could be nearby. But he fails and makes himself visible to the owner of the corpse. The owner of the corpse is a fully grown bull male Carnotaurus. It doesn't take Slash any time to disappear again into the foliage. He will not take any chances against a behemoth like this. But we have seen this Carnotaurus before. His name is Brute. Brute is one of the largest carnivores on Prehistoric Island, but he does not get himself into fights. 35 years ago, the rogue male ripped off a piece of his tail. Ever since then, he has made recovery, and it appears just like a lizard. It appears that the tail has seemed to make a slight recovery. It is not as long as it used to be, but Brute has gotten used to it, and it almost looks perfectly normal. Although he is peaceful, he hunts when necessary. His legs are super strong. Carnotaurus can run up to 35 miles per hour. And that is pretty fast for a carnivore, making him a killing machine when he wants to be. As Slash is out of his sight, Brute resumes his feast. Meanwhile, here we see Nancy and Sam getting along pretty well. Sam seems to be relatively happy with her life, but Nancy still has anger inside of her. The anger is towards the Giganotosaurus, who took her mate away from her. But the Giganotosaurus is back for more. Most theropods would not dare go after a fully grown Therizinosaurus, but this Giganotosaurus knows that if it can take down a Therizinosaurus twice, then it can hunt basically anything on the island. It will gain the confidence to do so. The Giganotosaurus reveals himself. Nancy tells Sam to run. She will deal with this herself. Sam obeys Nancy's command and runs. Nancy is ready for revenge. But as Sam is running, she notices another dinosaur nearby. It is a male Amargasaurus who seems to be looking for Sam. Sam, trying to think as hard as she cannot recognize who this Amargasaurus is. And before she even can recognize who this is, Nancy comes charging. Nancy tells Sam to run with her. The Giganotosaurus is behind her. She cannot stand a chance. Sam obeys. This Giganotosaurus really wants to keep going after Nancy, but he needs to conserve his energy. Even the most daredevil of dinosaurs have their limits. The Amargasaurus is upset that he was not able to communicate with Sam. Meanwhile, here we see the Tyrannosaur nest with Junior, Annabelle, and Belle. They seem to be relaxed after they've just filled up from a hunt. But things will not be relaxed for long, because Kratos is here.